Good afternoon. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. Hello, Ingrid. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch, I gotta grab one thing. Ouch. I'll be right back. All right. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday. Good Thursday. So, yeah, to kind of tell you, Ingrid, that other one that I go to, there's a lot of talking back and forth in the chat and stuff, and they deal with bombers a different way. So as long as you're okay with that, it's a great meeting. So plenty of female recovery there, newcomers, people that you're looking for. So, kind of wanted to do something a little bit different because last week I've just been very emotional. Not overly emotional, but I've been emotional. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I've always been known for wearing my emotions on my sleeve. And, I work with it the best that I can. So today we're going to be talking about unity, which is the second legacy. There are 3 legacies. That's what I had to go grab was my chip, because it's on our chip. And the reason I wanted to talk about it, because it doesn't have anything to do with my emotions. It's just an entirely different topic. So, yes. So there are 3 legacies. All right. And you can see that we have service, recovery. So recovery is the first legacy. Okay. And recovery is the 12 steps. Right? So recovery is the 12 steps. Unity is the 12 traditions. Okay. And service is the 12 principles. There's a principle behind each step. And when we say we practice these principles in all of our affairs, we're talking about the steps, right? And why is unity so important? Because without each other, we perish. It'll just become, what a great thing AA was, is what will happen. And I'm reading out of AA Comes of Age today on page 96. And I had to do a little bit of digging because the chapter's about 40 pages long. So let's see what happens. We're just going to go ahead and talk about it. Implicit throughout AA's tradition is a confession that our fellowship has its sins. We confess that we have character defects as a society and that these defects threaten us continually. Our traditions are a guide to better ways of working and living, and they are also an antidote for our various maladies. The 12 traditions are to group survival and harmony what AA's 12 steps are to each member's sobriety and peace of mind. The concepts, we'll get to them. I'll just have to do a whole thing on it. You're going to need to remind me. I will forget. My brain is not in top order lately. So, yeah, you have to remind me. But the 12 traditions also point straight at many of our individual defects. Okay? At one point, you may be in a group conscious discussing a person who has become out of control in your group. Going through that right now. Now the traditions say the only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. And I try and follow that, right? But at the same time, it needs to be a safe space. That's why we say, rude, nude, or crude, you gotta go. We can't do that here. I'm sorry, but no, you cannot yell and scream until you feel better. No. Mm-mm. In fact, I knew I was too emotional because I was just in a meeting and this lady was dumping her problems, and I was feeling it was just overwhelming me, and so I had to turn it down and not listen because they weren't talking about recovery. She was just talking about her problems. And it sucks that she's going through all those problems. It does. Just, thank God we're not all sick on the same day. Right? By implication, they ask us, they ask each of us to lay aside pride and resentment. They ask for personal as well as group sacrifice. Yes, it does. It's a hard one. No, you're absolutely correct. I don't want to kick them out, but there it is. Somebody got it. Our common welfare has got to come first, man. It really does. And I understand it. I've been there. Okay. And I know how it feels to be brushed aside because you can't control your anger, and it sucks. But it was on me, man. It was on me. Okay? Gotta do what's right for the group, don't we? Just ask Spock. Just ask Spock, man. I like this one right here. Concepts are for service. Traditions are group unity. Steps are for personal development. Thank you. Oh, Maylin, I didn't know you were here. Hi, Maylin. There's a lot of Facebook user, so I'm not quite sure who's here, but good. I'm glad Maylin's here. I haven't seen you in a while. They ask for personal as well as group sacrifice. They ask us never to use the AA name in any quest for personal power or distinction or money. The traditions guarantee the equality of all members and the independence of all groups. Okay? Because then it goes on in tradition 4 to say that each group is also autonomous. That means that they can run their group however they want, which sometimes is unfortunate, I'm finding out. Right? That's why I don't attend many closed meetings. The only closed meeting that I will attend is a men's meeting. Other than that, I don't attend closed meetings. And that's by personal choice. They show how we may best relate ourselves to each other and to the world outside. Right? Don't we need to be helping on the outside? I mean, we did help ruin it. We did put our part in to fuck up society, did we not? Me too. I did. Okay? And in a sense, I feel like I need to make up for that. Okay? This boy wants his ticket to heaven, man. I haven't worked this hard not to meet my creator. I'm telling you that. I'm going to meet him. I can't wait. Especially today, I can't wait. No, that doesn't mean I want no. But I was thinking earlier that maybe Thanos had the right idea. Anyway, they indicate how we can best function in harmony as a great whole. Here's the other thing: when other peoples see us doing what we're doing, they wonder. They wonder. Is that you, Maylin, getting number 8 on Monday? Congratulations! That's awesome. It's awesome. I just had my 7. Come back tomorrow so we make sure we can, or Monday. Remind me on Monday so I can post it. They indicate, for the sake of the welfare of our entire society, the traditions ask that every individual and every group and every area in AA shall lay aside all desires, ambitions, and untoward actions that could bring serious division among us or lose for us the confidence of the world at large. That one's hard. Not only is it hard, but it's a little scary, is it not? Because how do I know you're going to give up everything like I'm giving up everything? Ooh. Are you sacrificing as much as I am? Who cares? We all sacrifice in different ways. Okay. We all sacrifice in different ways. So it says here, shall AA lay aside all its desires, ambitions, and untoward actions. We can't do that. Don't be the person that makes somebody lose interest in AA because you're acting a fool. Don't be that person. The 12 traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous symbolize the sacrificial character of our life together, and they are the greatest force for unity that we know. Can you think of any other group that does what we do? That survives every month by being broke. See, what we do here is we sacrifice, we give, and we give, and we give. That's what we do. And I will keep giving until the day that I'm no longer here. Sometimes I like that. I like that. Privileged to be of service. I like that. I'm taking it. Tradition 1, it says our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. And that's how it is. How many times do you hear in meetings, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here today. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here today. Well, same goes for you, same goes for me. It takes a tribe to get someone and keep someone sober. A tribe. Okay? 5+ people. Okay? That's why when we get in, we ask you things. Who's your support group? Who listens to you? I'll know on anymore. Okay. Well, we will. And we understand where you're coming from, too. We can show you a life that is much better than the angry one that you are having right now. Right? And then you must act that way. You must act that way. Probably no society sets a higher value on personal welfare of the individual member than does AA. Yeah. Boy, when a newcomer comes into a meeting, what do? We surround them. We protect them. And we're usually protecting them from themselves. But yeah, we're protecting them. I protect people all the time. I got a friend, she's going into sober living. That scares the fuck out of me in Colorado. So I went and did some research. I think I found a good sober living for women anyway. I like that their resources are legit. They're the right resources, going to the right place. It's not all about them. See, when I look at stuff, this is the first thing that I'm looking for. Is it all about your company? If so, and it's a recovery company, I don't want much to do with you. I need to see those resources, and they better be the right resources, not feeding yourself resources, your friends and your family. These are little indicators. Okay. When I said yesterday, we must not be unthinking. We must think. It says it. Think, think, think. You told me not to use my brain. Just fucking think about it for 2 seconds, would you? Give yourself 2 more seconds. It's going to make your life so much easier. And you'll do a lot less 9-stepping. You'll have to make a lot less amends that route. But long ago, we found that the common welfare had to come first. Without it, there could be mighty little personal welfare. It's because it won't exist. If each one of us don't sacrifice to the group, then it won't work. Okay? You probably heard me talk about go to meetings where the group is growing. If the group is not, if your home group is not growing, you too will become stagnant. You will be comfortable in that. And maybe it's time to switch or do something different. Okay? And you'll feel it. You'll know it. Because you'll feel like you don't belong. Yep. But nobody's doing anything to you. See, it's not on them. They're not required to grow. They don't have to do that. If they don't want to do that, that's their business. You have every right, and it's your recovery to do what you need to do for yourself. Yeah. Then go find your tribe. Okay? It took me a long time to find my tribe. I'm 7 years sober. I'm just now making friends. Okay. That's because Dion had to become somebody worth being a friend to. See, I don't want to go out there and be friends with other people if Dion cannot participate in that and give 50% and take 50% and actually understand what that relationship means. Okay. In the beginning, we felt very much like Eddie Rickenbacker and his company when the plane crashed in the Pacific. They had been saved from death, but found themselves still floating upon a dangerous sea. I know. I didn't mean to, but nothing happens in God's world by mistake is what came through my mind, and I was thinking about you. I will let you know that. I'll get to that. Hold on. There was no doubt in their minds that common welfare should come first. Nobody dare rock the raft lest they all perish. Bread and water were shared equally, but there were no gluttons. Right? But there were no gluttons. In other words, share your 3 to 5 minutes and shut up. Think about it and think about it again. And then just when you think you're done, think about it some more. Yeah. Right? What are we doing? You're almost what ifing. Well, I want to drink right now. Well, let's think what's going to happen if we do that. Think, think, think. Hey, this person just did that to me and I really want to. Well, you best think. It was Memorial Day weekend. You don't want to be in jail for 4 days, do you? And you don't even get to leave jail to go to court anymore. No, they just take you to a different room. You do it. You don't even go to court. How do I know this stuff? I don't know. Jeez. So, unity, our second legacy. Right? Without us, there's no me. Without we, there's no me. Okay? Because then I don't have a group for which to contribute to. Because then I wouldn't have people to share my experience, strength, and hope with, which is how I stay sober. Okay? I don't know if you noticed something, but I start meetings all the time. Got another one coming up Thursday nights. And that's going to be hybrid, by the way. Yeah, it's going to be hybrid. Everybody can come. Everyone. It doesn't matter if you're at home. Doesn't matter if you're in Texas. Doesn't matter. Because my friends are all over. I've got friends everywhere. Everywhere. He loves Tony Robbins' watch. He loves them so much. See how much he loves them? Look at this. He just loves them so much. Usually he fights back. He didn't this time. All right. That felt nice to do. Ireland. Hi, it's more Ireland. It's more Ireland. Look at that. Freedom! That's right. We still love them. Still love them. All right. There's nothing else coming to my brain. Thank you. It was a good trudge. Thank you. It was informative. I like doing those ones where they're just informative and we learn about, because I'm always learning too. I haven't read that whole book. I love a big book. There's a lot of stuff to read in this program. Right? All right. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Peace out. And of course, any ism is welcome. What did you think? It's Dion, of course. Yeah. Well, it has to do with the church, brother. So absolutely, any ism is welcome. But that does not mean that we cannot start OA meetings that are also right. Yeah. Right. And okay. So I want to do it different. Okay. So it's going to be an open discussion meeting, but you're going to have to stand up and walk to the podium to share. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. You watch. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I love you. Peace out. And